what I might want to do is move our perimeter over to the left a little bit and just have a pure section of light petroleum over here, and then bring it back into this up here. I'd hate it, but I think that's what we might have to do very shortly. Because this is not working out. We need more petroleum than this. And we have the supply. We have the light oil that we need. We have 10 refineries going. So the main thing here is that we just are not getting enough of this. And this wouldn't be too hard. All we have to do is copy paste this right here, and then that would work. Okay. What do you guys do? Ah, okay. I see. Means we ran out of ammo already? Oh, we ran out of 500. Okay, that's cool. Okay, so I think this oil thing is our highest priority, so let's definitely get that going. Not sure how I want to do this currently, because we have this set up already, and this is all cliffs. There's a couple areas where it's not that they can get through, so we're definitely going to want to sure that we wall that off. But I'd like to have the minimal amount of vulnerable areas as possible. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm just going to wall this up here, but so they don't want to go this way. I don't know if this is smart or not. We'll see in a little bit. And then we'll extend this belt line to this wall here, and then we'll just cover this wall and more turrets and use the same setup that we've been using for the belt line. I just gotta hope that they don't come up here for whatever reason and start shooting these, because they'll be out of range. Which means it's just gonna be bots dying. I'm gonna keep this wall here because it doesn't hurt anything. And then we're just going to copy paste this and use this for our other setup here. We have some laser charts over here, so that's nice. We'll be able to move those over to the wall. Let's try to be a little bit smarter with our setup. Instead of having the belt on next to the wall, of course we'd like it signed if possible. Okay, before we put down defenses here, let's make sure that we have enough room we want here. Absolutely perfect. Can I place over these? Okay, we can. Cool. Alright, perfect. While we're at it, let's remind ourselves to make these platinum requesters. Alright. He does it. We just need to add our light oil and our water. Water seems to be pretty easy. It's right here. Down. I got water. Get our light oil. I guess I could grab it from here, but just to be sure of our dynamics, I'm going to grab it directly from our tanks here. Or actually, I'll just grab it from this line. It's already out here, ready. Right. Now the biggest question is this in the network? Which we just saw it was not. That is a bummer. Alright, let's add it to the network. Sorry, give me a second again. Alright, here we go. Okay, I'm just gonna steal some of the platinum from this chest, because I actually don't know if we have any more platinum. We're gonna have to get our gold running again. Hey Juggles, how's it going? Put it one up. Oops. Seems like these are grabbing it nicely enough anyways. Where are these going? Wait, I'm so confused. Where is this going? What? have no output for this. Where is this going? So confused right now. Oh. Oh. Wow, okay. Just going into the underground pipes, but I didn't think that the pipes had that much capacity. I am sitting down. Have good / bad news for me? What's going on? Thank you, Juggles, for this subscription. 3 months. Making your way towards those 3 icons, I see. Much appreciated, as always. Thanks for being here. Alright. So we should be putting more petroleum in here. Hope it stays that way. The 1K, that is. But how's your run going? So you said that you started a new while you're at green, you said? You been feeling the heat from the biters yet? A little scared about this water. But they haven't attacked it yet, so I guess we'll be okay. Taking a little bit of space here for our turrets. Yeah, for me the biters definitely goes in like up and down, sine waves, that kind of thing, in terms of intensity. Like you'll definitely run into times where they're just like overwhelming, and then you'll get rid of them, and then you'll have a nice resting period, and then after that they're crazy again. This map I kind of just said screw it, because whenever we got rid of them they just came back stronger than ever, so we're just letting them do their thing for now, and hopefully that's not gonna bite me later. Because we are getting kind of low on our resources here, our capabilities of fighting them. Kind of scared. Once they get that next evolution state, it's definitely going to be an issue for us. It depends on what you're doing. Like, for me, if they're very close by, like these guys are, I would try and kill them early game, and then because you just want a little bit of breathing room. I try to keep them on the very outskirts of your pollution if possible. Clear them out from your pollution if you can. But if you can't, then just do your best, I guess. Uh-oh. Power's not so great anymore. weird order, it looks like. This here gets attacked the most, so we're just gonna put those down. And then this main wall is good to go. You guys are now attacking the corner. We have titanium there, so that's something. Titanium is actually pretty good. It looks like it's pulling its weight here. Oh boy, that's not what I meant to do. Okay, I'm putting our laser turrets here to cover this corner. Let's just hold out on these guys. Alright, petroleum, how you doing? Okay, we're finally storing up some petroleum, so that's a good sign for me. That means everything's working as it should be. And we are dipping down on that light oil. I mean, that's what I wanted to see, but at the same time, if this goes down too quickly, we're gonna run out of light oil, which means we'll have to coal some of this stuff. We'll look at this again later. So oil, I think, is done. Now we need to work on our steel again. So there's a couple ways that we can go about this. Once again, the main problem here is that steel in this mod, not in vanilla, steel in this mod that goes twice as fast as iron does. So we're gonna need 2 of these for 1 of these. There's a couple ways we can do this. First way is we could set it up staggered. So we could have like something like this and then feed 2 into 1. But this wouldn't be great because if we wanted to add more, we'd have to stagger it like this again, and then we have all this extra space, you know, what are we gonna do with that? We couldn't put them like this because it's a direct 1 to 2. So if this is splitting between these 2, they're both not gonna get enough in the amount of time that we want it to. So we're gonna have to put them staggered out together like that. The other alternative would be to just have a lot of iron around. Just make a lot of iron and then feed the iron into a line that goes through the steel. Right now we're actually using a lot of our iron because we just made a lot of minigun turrets and that use up a lot of our iron. But we're not using iron that much in its ingot form. So what I'm thinking is maybe as something that we can do is we could possibly get this into here somewhere and then have any excess iron go through and get to these guys. I don't think that's a great idea, but it's a possible idea. I think what I want to do before I do this is I think I want to actually move this ore crushing closer to where it's actually being used. Because this line is going all the way down, all the way around, and then feeding into these guys. And the iron is actually coming from here. And the copper is coming from here. So what I'd like to do is I'd probably like to make this from there to here, perhaps. Right here would be great because I'm not using this area for anything and it's relatively close by to the blue in comparison to you can see this line of bots making this trek back and forth between my my iron and whatnot. So using a lot. And so that's what I want to do. I'm gonna copy paste all this because this is the right ratio. We'll just move it right here. Simple as that. And we can demolish this, bring the belt over, and we'll be good to go. So if we're gonna bring our iron line through, we're going to need to get this middle belt and this blueprint here to over here, right here. So what's the best way we can do that? I think we would be able to make it go through right here. Walk its way through this way, and then up, and then over. It's messy spaghetti, but I think it'll work. Let's just plop this down right here. And I think I'm going to switch the iron and the copper, since we can, because the copper is coming from up north, and the iron's coming from down south. Plop that down. Left a little bit of space. While that's being made, I'm going to put our belt through. Okay. That's a bummer. Need one more. Alright, so plan is to bring it through here. Alright. Not the cleanest thing, but it'll work. Again, that's usually all I care about. Probably shouldn't have reversed that yet. That's my bad. Don't want to reverse it because I don't have the supply to replace it yet. But it'll come. Guys need ammo, let's go give them what they need. Their primed thing for bots to do for us. We have almost all of our low density structure buildings working. That's a pretty good sign for me. I like that a lot. Seem too early to go to the reds. You have green. I mean, the earlier that you can do it, the better. But I don't remember what reds need in vanilla. It's been a while since I've played vanilla now. Reds are just more iron gear wheels, right? The iron gear wheels and the yellow belts. If you have the iron supply, I'd definitely go for it. But if you don't, if you're still kind of low, and you're about equilibrium, I wouldn't do it yet. I would do it once you have a more excess of iron that you can work with. I don't normally go blue belts either, mainly because it's kind of a pain to get the lubricant set up. But they're not bad. They're certainly helpful. So good. Alright, let's bring our copper down. Yeah, I don't do reds either, generally, when I'm trying to go a little bit faster. But if I'm going to do a game with like bots or something, then I'll definitely do reds. A little bit more roundabout. I'm going to follow this line down because I don't want to have a belt just in the middle here, because we could use that area for something else. Probably solar panels later on. Go. Let's bring our iron in. Should have done this a while back instead of having that whole fiasco with our bots. This would have been probably a much better decision to have made. Aside from a train there. Would have blamed Juggles because I'm looking at chat. Threads with copper coils. I don't know what you mean. Oh, you use bread belts for the cables? I mean, that's a fair use. Alright, we should have that set up. There we go. Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, I mean, it definitely helps to get the throughput that you need to have the copper cables go through, but you can also go around that by just setting it up differently. Depends on how you set it up. But of course, red belts are always better than yellow belts in terms of but so if you can afford it, I'd do it. Really depends on you. Alright, so that's finally good to go. Which means that we can actually clean this up now. I don't know how we're gonna do this, but I'm gonna let this continue on while cut the supply. All right. Now this whole area is empty and we can use it for more iron, and in that sense we can use it for more steel. I can leave this as is, actually. I'll just have to clean up the the belts that are going into here. But I can use this area for more furnaces because they use the same thing. So I'm surprised we're actually using more iron than I had previously thought. Cool. That works for me. We have so much iron. I need to use it all anyways. So, like I said, we can use this area for more furnaces. But we're still going to need to change this up. We're going to need to change how this works. We can't have, again, this setup. We need to have iron ingots. What I think we're going to have is a belt line going down this way for iron ingots, and then those will feed into these. That way any excess that we get can be distributed accordingly just based on need. And I won't have to think about it. Now we have this belt line. Not really sure what we're going to do with it. We have it. I'll leave this up until... I think there's really no reason to do that. We'll just clear this belt. Feed any extra into here and good to go. So I'm trying to think of how we're going to use that space because, again, ideally we'd have 2 iron furnaces for every steel furnace. And we're going to want more production of steel too. Steel has been pretty high in demand for us. We're kind of backed up right now, which is pretty cool, but I'd like to make more, you know. Simply adding more iron into this line will double up on our steel. So that might actually just be enough. Just simply through that. But we have this space to work with. We could also take this away. This is the lead that we have currently. We're not actually making any lead because of this fiasco going on. We don't know what's going on with this. We're not using up dirty water. I don't know how to fix this. We're gonna have to do some fancy circuiting stuff, but that's not high priority for me right now. So I think I'll just leave it as is. So essentially, I think we have this whole area to work with for all of our steel needs. I can always move the lead up here and then just bring it down through a line, and that'll be good enough for our needs. Now they ran through that ammo quick. get the good stuff since they think they're getting attacked more often than not. Bots take these away for us. Ammo-wise, we're not making up any ground with this titanium. Mainly because we're not getting too much titanium through the line. So basically what we're working with here is we have a more or less infinite amount of iron to work with. So we want the fastest distribution center for our iron, and that will go through various furnaces. The iron ingots will be put out, and then we'll make steel. While we're doing this, we can also consider making chromium stuff. We have some room that we can definitely add another setup for chromium, if we so desire. I don't think I need to, but it's an option, and it's something to think about for sure. All right, I'm gonna put. I want to spread out my titanium turrets a little bit because I want to make sure that they're not taken out together. There we go. So that should definitely do the job here. Power-wise, we're not doing too hot. Why are we not doing too hot? Using all our bots, that's for sure. They're all... That's only because I asked them to pick up a bunch of stuff. We'll have to check on getting more solar panels soon. Even just regular solar panels would be fine. We're not making anything now, so I think that would be in our best interest to get that going. Although I do think that's going to use the rest of our steel plates. But we don't really have too much of a choice here, so let's get that going. Let's put all this down. Sidetracked for a while more. We need carbon, glass, steel, small steel. Oh, we have some steel plates here. Oh, here. Okay, cool. It's looking good. We just need the glass and the carbon. Energy shields are finally done. Let's start on some purple science that we're going to need, namely uranium. The uranium is going to be used for the laser defense. And it's also going to be used for the nuclear fusion reactors. So that'll definitely help. Carbon no longer backed up. That could be bad. Well, we'll have to do that later. Our large steel chassis are good to go. I think it's about time that we start getting our purple science automation up online because we have a good amount here now. And it'd be good to not have to make it in my... like I'm doing right now for panels. We're just gonna make as many solar panels as we can make. Because it's, you know, it's not... More power is never a bad thing. So it looks like we're out of carbon, so I guess that's end of the line here. I'm gonna pick up all these just so I can continue to make this. Run out of that anytime soon. Same with the steel plates. Just plop them in there. Of course, I'm going to be increasing our electricity needs here. Probably isn't the best idea. It's fine enough, I guess. Okay, so what do we want to do now? Still need to work on this. Kind of putting it off. This is good. Do we have... How are we doing on inserters? We're so good. Okay. And blue is finally backed up. Love to see it. Purple's doing its job. All good. Oh, let's... Okay, somehow iron ingots are getting on the belt. That's happened several times now, so let's figure out where that is. Fixed it. We're low on copper. How? Why? Very strange. Not making enough, looks like. Oh, it's because of our electricity. Killing our production rates. I still have these stone furnaces. Oh well. Oh, not just directly added into these guys. Trying to find power to do this. That's good enough. Cool. Oh, okay, that's good. So heavy coils. What's the deal with those, huh? Tube steel cables and copper cables. Steel cables are good. Copper cables we're breaking off from a long way over here. We might want to use bots for that. So definitely copper is very essential here in IR late game. Unlike tin. Tin is basically never used. There's no reason to use tin. The only thing we're using tin for is... What are we using tin for? Red science and batteries, I think. And while that's important, sure, of course, there's a couple things that need tin, but none of the intermediates are needed. Just like bronze. Bronze is like dead. Bronze is actually dead. It's more dead than tin. The only thing we're using bronze for is the tubes. There's absolutely no reason to use bronze other than for tubes. Tubes are for green science. We could actually get rid of this whole thing. This hasn't been working for the longest time. So actually, I am going to get rid of it. Hey Glorb, how's it going? And we'll just have these two going. I don't see any other reason for it. So I think this makes sense to me. I'd like to clean up my base where possible so we can, of course, use the space for other things that we might need. I think this is a good use of it. I wish. That'd be nice. Get a cut. Fortunately, that is not the case. Okay, so as where we're at, we have 2 bronze coming in here. What do I don't need this full line either. I needed it before because we had burning assemblers, furnaces, all that stuff. Get rid of it. I really hope I'm not getting rid of this for no reason, or for preemptively. I didn't see anything else attached to it, so. Just cleaning up. Because I'm procrastinating, because I don't want to deal with steel. It gets to you, man. I mean, you spend a lot of hours playing Factorio. And I appreciate it. You've also spent a lot of hours with me. So, makes sense. Alright, so we have some space now. This is rubber. Like, to be perfectly honest, I actually don't think we need this either. We already have this entire chest full of bronze tubes, and we have more ingots and plates here. So we have plenty of science to go around. This only uses... Oh, it uses 2 each. Maybe not then. I'll keep it up, because I don't have anything more pressing that needs to go there, but I think as far as bronze goes, that's pretty much all we need. How's our power doing? Still terrible. Why? Did they cut power here somehow? Part of the network. This isn't though. What happened? There we go. What killed our power? I know they were getting attacked over here, but I thought it should be within the network. This isn't though. Luckily we haven't been attacked there. Wait, what? What is going on? Where's this break that we're having? I don't know where it is, so I'm just gonna connect everything redundantly. Part of our network. This view? This is showing my logistic network. Red is logistics, green is construction. You just go to your map, press M, and then you click on this. You can also view your pollution. You can see your laser turret, or your ammo turret coverage. Network for electricity, which I probably should have used when I was just checking what's connected. I can see that that's not connected. That. Oh, that was not it. And then there's also train stop names and player names. Pretty sure I held down click there. This failed me. But I'm glad now that we don't... I just made all these solar panels thinking that we needed more power, but... okay. Well, that's because we didn't have a chance to accumulate anything. I did all that because I thought we were out of power, but in reality, for some reason, this just wasn't connected. Making sure. I don't know what broke here. I mean, I don't mind. I don't mind making all these because, you know, we're going to use them eventually anyways, but at the same time, you know, I have no idea what happened because everything's within my network. So if something died, other than right here, which nothing was, something died, it should have been replenished. I don't know what's up with that. Did I never connect it? I must have. Because our power was good at one time, but now, I don't know. You can see we're up, we're getting there again, so that's good. All right, time for military. Because I want this personal laser defense. Actually, let's see. Should get this soon. Oh no, it needs advanced controllers. Uh-oh. I was hoping that was not going to be something I needed. We have a lot of them. We have a full chest of them, but that's not going to be enough for the rockets that we'll need. Where? Need nuclear power. Lead plate. Reinforced chrome steel plates. All right, I see you. We're still kind of far away from that. Still very far. Vision. Fair enough. For the nuclear reactor? Fission reactor? Not worth. It's not worth it. I'm not doing that. I was hoping all my energy problems would be solved with this. That's not the case. Thanks for telling me. We have uranium nearby, but really just I don't want to mess with it. I don't want to do it, to be honest. If we are gonna do it, we need to do it now. But I don't want to. The problem then becomes, how are we going to get the power that needed for our laser defense that we've been trying to get towards? Because the battery discharge equipment and the generator are not that great. They work, but they're not permanent, and I'm forgetting to add to them. So what are we gonna do? Is there anything better here for power? And portable accumulators. But I mean, when we have energy shields, exoskeletons, and laser defense, that's just gonna go out the window. Hi, Mr. Turtles. Thank you for the raid. How are you doing? How was the stream? Personal solar panels? Yes, I should probably do that. Kind of completely forgot about them, to be honest. Circuits. Got him again. Alright, let's make our armor. You know, might as well. The one-time costs. And we have everything. We need to make an optical computer, but we should be able to make everything. Go grab some carbon fiber. I think this is it. Carbon fiber. Okay, that's... no. What do I need? Okay, see you later. Thanks for the raid. Appreciate it. Advanced motors. Let's go grab some. Reinforced titanium plate. We have those. Titanium is really hurting. We really need to get ore washing over to the iron department soon. I don't know how we're gonna do it, but that would solve our problems there at least. Alright, now we have an optical computer to make. So for that we need well steel chassis. I thought we had. optical processors, which we should have in spades, and optic fiber cables, which we should also have quite a few of. I feel like I should be circuits. I feel like I should be picking up more of these, but I don't know. I don't really see any uses for them. We haven't had too many. You can't make these in your inventory? That sucks. Alright, military 4, scoot over. We're getting some laser assemblers. That sounds fun. We're out of purple again. And we can't make our armor. This sucks. Alright, we'll make it later then. Put that in there. Let's set up purple. Needs to be done. I can bring in purple from here. Here, bring it down and around. So I'll make my purple right here. I guess that'll be good because here's our yellow. So let's set this up. Purple I need again. Concrete, reinforced titanium plates, large steel chassis, and advanced circuits. Circuits are right here. Oh, we're actually... Oh no. We're out of circuits. Ooh boy. A lot of things happening real quick here. Right, so I need to make a buffer for our circuits. How are we going to do this? I'm not sure. That did not help. Right, so this is the problem with setting up things like this, where we kind of don't leave too much room to work with. Fortunately, underground belts exist. We're going to do something wonky like this real quick. And that'll do it. That looks awful, but at least we'll have our buffer system now. I'll take it. Why do you need so much power? What is going on? How is our power doing? Okay, our power is good. Oh wow, look at that. Look at that. Mega bases. Okay, so now we have something to do with all of this advanced circuits. Fortunately, that means that kind of out of luck here for our controllers. We can salvage this. Give me a moment while I figure this out. Alright, so now we have this. I'd like to just filter out the red, but that seems not doable, so we'll do this instead. And that should do it. As soon as those come in, at least. You're cool. Alright. So we have our advanced controllers. Forgot what we need these for, but I know we need them for something. Rocket control units. So in fact, actually just carry these over. We get a nice stock of these set up for us. We're not low on circuits, it's just the throughput's not good enough. Fix that. Good. Alright. I really need to make some of these. I could actually do this relatively easily. I'll make some in a little bit, because we're gonna need them for our steel setup that I keep on not doing. Alright, well this is good enough. At least we got gold moving again. Circuits are moving. This is still automated and whatnot, so that's all nice. Let's get our purple going.